You take your whole spices, teaspoon of black peppercorns, a half teaspoon of white peppercorns, 2 allspice berries, 1 clove, and 1 bay leaf. And you put those into a spice mixer and you grind them into a fine powder, which I have done, and then I mix the rest of the spices in to this bowl right here, and it's just all mixed up. And we're going to take all this. I've pre-cubed the pork and all the meats. So I got pork shoulder. We got 12 ounces of pork. And I'm going to use 8 ounces of pork fat back. About half that bag. And we have 1.5 pounds of duck meat diced. Everything's been diced into 1-inch dice. I'm going to mix them all together in this bowl. I'm just going to sprinkle the spice mix over all of them. Mix them up. If you're using a small bowl, you don't have to mix them all at once. You can put half your mix in and half your meat, mix it up good, and then just add it all together. You want to get a good mix kind of evenly distributed on here. Once that's done, I'm going to cover it up and put it in the refrigerator overnight, and then we'll grind them. In this bowl, I'm mixing up the panade, and in that I have a 1/4 cup of duck stock, a 1/4 cup of brandy that came from my brandied fruit, so actually brandied liquor. And that's kind of just, I took half a brandy and half of chai tea, and I mixed it with dried Bing cherries from Washington. And let that soak in a jar for a couple weeks. That basically made the brandied fruit. So anyhow, back to the panade. 1/4 cup duck stock, 1/4 cup brandy liquor, 1/2 cup heavy cream, and I got a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs here. And I'm just going to mix these right in. Fresh breadcrumbs. I'm going to mix those right in there and let that all kind of sup together and soak up. Before you grind your meat, you want to put your grinder attachment in your freezer, and I put it in about 2 hours ago. I took the meat out from last night that we had marinating overnight in the freezer, and I'm going to run it through the grinder once. And I'm going to mix panade and my parsley and thyme into the first run. Mix it well, then we'll put it back up and run it through the machine again for a second run to really make it smooth. So there we go. Take our panade, pour right over the top there. Spatula. Make sure you get everything out. You get all that love in there. And I've got good 2 tablespoons of parsley and 2 tablespoons of chopped thyme. I'm just going to put right in there and mix it all together. I'm going to get it really well incorporated. Evenly distributed. And the second run is going to really break everything down and mix it up good. I mean, and I'm running the smallest plate I've got for my grinder on this. So Want to work quickly. Keep everything cold as possible. With those proteins or anything like that, or your binders to warm up. Nope. Over here. And alright, so fire back up again. Feeding the beast. Now, my problem is I'm right-handed. I'm kind of slow this way. So we're going to cut back. So this is the skin, duck skin, I got yesterday from deboning a duck. You can check out that video on YouTube, my channel. I deboned a duck and tried to keep the skin whole as possible. So we are going to use it for this terrine as best as I can. I'm going to just put the duck skin right in there. Yeah, I think we're going to use a little bacon. Bacon never hurts anybody, folks. Or at least that's my motto. That I like bacon. Oh, that'll work. So what we're going to do is get a nice layer of our... And this is our sausage after the second run. After our second run through the grinder, some more homogenized, everything's nice and even. So, what I'm going to do is just get a nice plump layer down there. I really want to just kind of pack that in. I should get a spatula for this. Spatula, tuck that in there. And then we got our brandied, plumped up Northwest Bing cherries, rehydrated, dehydrated ones. I'm just going to plump them right smack down the middle of this terrine. So when you slice into it, you got just a nice little happy surprise that actually goes really well with duck. So I'm just going to pat the rest of this on top. So really just packs it down in there. Very full terrine. Alright, that gets that all in there. I'm just going to pull the skin up over the top as fast as we can get it on there. Duck skin's like really fatty. I mean, duck has a lot of fat to it. It doesn't seem like it, but they make duck confit. They render the fat out of the skin. So pull that over as best we can. Little hole there. Little holes aren't going to hurt. That is a really, really large terrine. Demonstrate what we're going to do. We need to cook this terrine in a water bath in the oven at 325 for roughly about an hour, or until the internal temperature is 140 degrees. But ideally what you want to do in a water bath is get a pan. It's going to hold your water, and then you're going to be able to put your pan on the inside of this, and then you want your water to come up 1/3 of the way up the bottom of your terrine pan or your mold pan. But we want to insulate the bottom of our terrine from just sitting on the bottom of this pan. So I just take a sushi rolling mat, or you take a towel or whatever, and put it on the bottom. And then when we put this in, it's just going to sit on that, and that raises it up a little, so there's a water bath running underneath the pan. That way it's not getting direct heat transference from the oven. It's out of the oven last night. Put it on a pan, wrapped a brick in tin foil, and just put it on top and put it in the refrigerator. I'm going to compress it and let it sit overnight. This is the bright and early AM. And unwrapped it and just ran the edges of the pan under warm water for a few seconds. Flipped it over, decanted it, and here we are. We're going to go for the first slice out of this and see how she looks. Oh, beautiful. And a little out of shot there, back you up. That came out nice.